Okay, you're welcome back to the blog on Cool TV, and we're going to go right into our first story of the day.
I've lost my singing juice.
Sing now.
You know words hurt, words cut deep. I heard a word lately that cut so deep, but I'll be revived by tomorrow.
It is well.
I don't hear you singing this show.
I know, so you're banned from singing
I don't even want to hear you.
Just for today. Just for today.
But you know you already sang.
Oh, have I?
When we sang the hashtag.
Okay, so what's okay?
And you're singing according
the song
along with the
head.
Disney characters. Yeah, you are.
Oh, gosh. El Capitan and his princesa. Somewhere in the... El Capitan.
And his princesa.
Yes.
Why so Caribbean?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. A captain and his princess.
Thank you.
Shall we proceed?
Yes.
All right. A captain and his princess.
We really have time today, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Somewhere in the Dominican Republic, in Punta Cana to be exact, earlier this week, Tunde Demoren finally put a ring on it. His longtime Bay popular media personality, Tolu Oniru, a.k.a. Tools, has been trending since the proposal. The OAP expressed her excitement on Instagram. She wrote, I'm just imagining that's how it sounded. I'm about to be someone's wife. How the heck did that happen? I don't know what to say. Thank you for putting this silly smile on my face. So thankful to God for you in my life. No one drives me crazy more than you, but I've never felt a greater need to make someone else so happy, in bracket minus my parents. Then she went on to thank her well-wishers and hoped everybody would have reasons to smile the crazy smile she was smiling. And she signed off as Mrs. Tolulope Oniru Demoren Ludin. Yeah, shout-outs. Tunde also expressed his excitement, saying he was happy she said yes and specified also who designed the ring. The news has been a big deal since many seemed relieved that Tunde finally proposed because, you know, they thought he wouldn't. So, yeah. Shout outs to you guys. Happy married life, Tunde and Tools. We wish you all the best.
They're not married yet.
They're not married
Happy
yet.
soon to be married life.
Yeah.
Loading.
Another question is this. Do you blame a man for taking his time, or do you see it as him wasting a woman's time?
Why did you focus on his answer, on his reply? You know, Tools was talking about how, oh, thank you for making me smile, you drive me crazy, blah, blah, blah. But then he goes, oh, yeah, I'm happy she said yes. And then he puts the name of the designer of the ring.
Yes.
Wow.
I wonder if it was for free. Like, why was the designer mentioned?
Maybe they gave him a discount, you don't know?
But at least he should have been praising Tools the same way she was praising him, not him going about
saying,
the
I'm
design
happy
of the
she
ring.
said yes, and then...
Okay. See, okay, this is my thing. You know, women are more expressive than men generally.
No.
And wait, hello,
that was way back when.
Hang on. It's not like he has never expressed, you know, happiness at being with her before. He's put up posts and captions on his Instagram page and said he's happy.
And he wrote an
he
epistle.
loves her.
No, very short.
That's what I'm saying. Men hardly write epistles
No,
now.
women these days don't write that kind of long thing.
And it's okay, if men don't want to write epistles, I'm very all right with that.
But you know why I'm not really like, you know, giving her the side eye for this long caption is that she had, you know, there's some women that almost every week, oh, my man, my friend, my best friend, my this, my that, oh, I love you so much. Next week again, she puts up pictures of him once in a while and then she just says some funny thing or just says a long, oh, I'm thankful to have you, or something funny like that. You know, so if she got a proposal, if she wants to put a long post for once, I think it's fine. She can go ahead.
I'm fine. I'm very all right with a man being short when it comes to however he's expressing himself. But in that case, I think it should be matched. I'm not going to come here and write a whole paragraph and praise you and thank the Lord and even talk about something minus my parents.
Yeah.
You've already, somebody even, I saw a comment where somebody was like, the man should be the one happy to have you. Let's leave it at that. Not that I'll go.
Women don't understand their jewels. I mean, don't say, yeah, thank you for finally putting a ring on it.
Like
no.
I'm finally somebody's wife. I'm sorry. It's tools, man. There are many men in line for tools. I'm just saying.
And if you're a virtuous woman, that Proverbs 39 woman that was created to look into the future and bring grace into the family. Hey!
Well,
wait, let that marinate. Let that marinate.
We have time. Hold on.
It's still marinating. I'm just I'm helping the marinade.
Then you know who you are. You'll not just be saying, oh, thank you for putting a ring on it. Oh, I thank you so much fun. Thank God, finally you promoted.
Grammy speech. But that's not what she said. I thought her speech was kind of funny. And this is not because I have any personal
Wow, I never knew she was
relationship.
basket mouth now.
I'll go down.
I think it was appropriate. It wasn't, overly. She was not going, oh, I said believe in God. Oh, thank you, Father. I thought this would never happen
It was
to me
long,
in my life.
Kel.
This.
Period, point blank.
But the content was actually quite good.
I mean, I'm happy for them. I
Who
really
knows?
am.
Their wedding vows. He may write out one long speech. We don't know.
Why wait till then?
But
We've had this conversation
let's just get back to the question, though.
No, let's not get back to the question just yet. We've had this conversation before. I don't like Osaz. I mean, shout out to her. We've talked about how, the guy is like, I'm happy. But you just go on and on. And I know women are expressive.
But it's just one post.
Express it to him then.
And Kel is being partial. I think there's
Because she knows them.
partiality here, yeah.
I'm saying that personally. I don't say anything wrong. Not because I know them.
She's a family friend.
But I don't say anything wrong with it because if Tools is every week, she will put one long caption, put his picture. But she doesn't even do that. Well, so if this is the one time she's going to put something that long, then I'm happy for her.
And Adiba has been quiet for a while now, but let's proceed from Annie.
No, for real. Y'all, the way men are wired. I'm trying to explain to you. Well, anyway, back to what's the question again?
Do you blame?
I don't. Okay. Him taking his time. Well, I think it depends. If it's like him waiting like 8 years, 10 years, then there's a problem. Like, what's the woman even thinking? Unless you've been like high school sweethearts and you're like in your mid-20s or something. But otherwise, I think it's good he took his time. And I like that they weren't pressured. Because I remember when Tiwa Savage got proposed to, Tools went on social media to talk about how happy she was for T-Bills and Tiwa. And all of a sudden, she was now trending. You all remember that?
Yeah.
When people were like,
what about you?
It was unnecessary. But I'm happy that they still took their time. And now they're doing it right.
And that brings me to the real piece that we used about people advising you unnecessarily. Don't go after women, just like what they are doing to Kemi Adebite now. Is it Adetiba now, asking her, when are you going to get married?
Oh, they've been asking her now for many years.
To stop that crap. I mean, it's not your business.
Yeah, it really isn't, yeah.
And I'm glad they took their time because I hope that taking your time means it's going to work and you guys now understand each other better. Not that
and it also means certainty because some people just feel that maybe I can live with this person, or maybe I want to marry them. And then when they actually get married to them, they're like, maybe I should have thought about this thing a lot more. I'm all for taking your time. As long as taking your time for the right reasons, that's what it is. Yes. Not the one that you're just taking your time because you're trying to see if the other girl in that corner will answer you. And then maybe,
are you trying to
take your time
tell
and
us
be
something,
sure.
Kel?
Say what now?
Are you telling us something?
No, but even me as a girl,
because you know them.
I
don't know anything. No. I'm just here saying congrats.
Kel, everyone should take their time. Even me as a woman, when a guy comes, I'll take my time to still, peruse the area, just look around. Know
Seven men.
Because you don't know whether...
6 other men.
Yeah, there are 6 other men. You have to look at them.
You have to peruse the 6 men.
And also with the engagement, though, you know how people get engaged? So you all agree with go on and start planning the wedding?
Yes, so. I don't do long engagement too.
No, of course. Which kind of long engagement is that?
You not be engaged. You not marry next year.
No, never.
I want to fix a wedding date and we work towards it. But we have to kind of, because now that you've got me, I need to also still be sure. I want to take my time.
After you collected yes.
Yes.
Nah. After you collected yes. After you collected ring, I said yes.
Yes.
In fact, you collected the yes.
Yes.
Right. The question again, do you blame a man for taking his time or do you see it as him wasting a woman's time? Also, let us know what you think about women and long captions when it comes to relationships. Hit us up on Twitter at Cool TV. The blog is the handle, and we're also on Facebook. Cool TV. The blog is the page. When you drop your comments, use our hashtag
Love to Blood. And she's back.
Okay, coolio. We're gonna go on a brief break. This is the blog. We'll be right back. Yes, you're welcome back to the blog on Cool TV, and we're going to go right into our second story.
Let's get married.
No, you don't have to get married when you're feeling pressured. It will come to you.
Meet me at the altar in your white dress.
Ooh, we ain't gonna know. We not gonna do it.
Traitors. This is sabotage.
We didn't know what you were singing. You didn't know what you were singing either. So we have to move on with our lives. Thank you.
So, you guys remember this song? Hey, where the party at? Girls and other women, I'm a honey. man. I don't really know the lyrics anymore. Old age. Anyways, yeah, that was by the popular band Jagged Edge. There they are back in the day, holding it down. Now, where have they been? I know you've been wondering. We have been wondering too. Well, now we have brought you news on what one of the band members is up to. Are we ready for this? Because
Yes,
this is
we are.
actually quite disturbing.
Oh, boy.
Kyle Norman, that's his name, recently got married to his girlfriend, Marika Maria, in what was described as an impromptu and informal wedding ceremony at a local Atlanta lounge. Now, the interesting thing about their love story is that
They got married in a lounge? Okay.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
It was a fancy lounge.
Wait, did I even realize when I said it?
Wow.
Okay. Now, another interesting thing apart from the fact that they got married in a lounge, about this story is that just last year, Kyle made headlines, apparently, by beating up Marika, choking her with a scarf and shoving the engagement ring he gave her down her throat.
Literally.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Marika explained that despite that, she broke a blood vessel in her eyes, as among many other injuries. She went ahead to marry the love of her life due to deep, wait for it, deep prayers and talks with God. Her deep love for Kyle and conviction that he really does love her and has vowed to never place his hands on her again. Now, in return, Kyle has said that he apologized for what he did and he was grateful to Marika for giving him another opportunity.
Hi.
Question. Do you think someone who has been physically violent can be reformed and should be given another chance?
I actually believe it. I do believe. You know what they say about if a man puts his hand on you, we'll do it again and all that, yada, yada, yada. I actually do believe a man can change. Some people might have done things out of ignorance. Now, that said, in this particular instance, I don't believe it. I mean, it was just first of all, it was too quick anyway. You know what I mean? It was like, the guy clearly knows that this woman is going to always be there because in her mind, he's it. This is it or nobody. And a man putting his hands on you, shoving a ring down your throat, that's the mother of his children, right? Choking you, girl.
If the man gave a slap by mistake, I understand. One slap.
no.
But he beat you up,
And
choked
shoving
you.
a ring down
How
your
do you
throat.
put a ring in somebody's...
And he has vowed not to. So you had long talks with God. Well, perhaps God said,
But wait, there's
"Proceed,
another
my
question
child."
we should ask though. So the ring she's wearing, is that the ring that was down her throat?
Yeah, because I'm wondering what
How
happened
did
to
they
that
get it
ring.
out?
Wow.
She did wait for her to...
She will not say everything. Of course, they would have maybe done one or two things, maybe to bring the ring out. But I just have to say that, yeah, I believe people change. Violent people can change. And if God gives us second chances, we should give people second chances. But and she has kids for him. I understand where she's coming from. I guess why she wants to marry him is understandable. Let's not just be harsh on the guy. But then again, if your husband is beating you as a woman, it's not just about you, especially when you have kids for him. It's not just about you, it's about your children now. What are you exposing your children to? Do you want your children to be seen, or do you want them to accept that as the normal thing and then have low self-esteem like you and stay in that kind of relationship? Or do you want them to know better and move away from something like that? If a man can beat you, break a blood vessel in your eye, and shove a metal object down your throat, that means one day he can be angry and mistakenly kill you.
Yeah, not even mistakenly. He could actually freaking try to kill you.
I don't believe people can be reformed. I believe, look, if you've done something once, it's easy for you to do it again.
No, you can be reformed, Kel.
Personally, I don't believe it. I believe you beating somebody up, you can beat me. You beat me up, you can beat me again. So I'm sorry, like, I know, yes, we should have a spirit of forgiveness, but I believe life is something that should not be played with because it's from clap that dance used to start. Because somebody will slap you today, you forgive them. They slap you again tomorrow. Next morning, they add a kick or two. One day, by mistake, they will kill you. No, I don't believe it.
This reminds me of a teacher, sorry to throw this in, a teacher when we were in high school, she was actually my guardian, really very, highly tragic. She got killed by her husband, but we had all seen the pattern. Everyone knew this man was beating her, and she was always, this is the love of my life, whatever, whatever. Eventually, this man beat her to death.
Well, what does love of my life mean? Love of my life means nothing, and that's the reason, as much as I love Body Archie, I just have to say, their love is so stupid. And I also say all the time.
You're the ones watching it now.
Well, just bring, I mean,
it's so good, such a good program.
How is it that you married someone for just a year and then you feel, oh yeah, he's my soulmate, he cannot live without me. If anything happens to me, he will die. If anything happens to him, I'll die. Just in 1 year, please. as I would always say, and I agree with her, there's no particular person that was meant for the other person. God did not create you and say, you know, you must end up with glory, if not you will die. No. If it doesn't work out with him, you can move on to B. Please don't stay in a place that someone is going to kill you, and therefore make God angry because you did not accomplish everything He sent you to this world to accomplish.
Very true.
Do you think someone who has been physically violent can be reformed and should be given another chance? Let us know what you think. Hit us up on Twitter at Cool TV The Blog is the handle, and our Facebook page is also Cool TV The Blog. When you drop your comments, use our hashtag Love to Blood. This should be the blog. Again, I kid. Let's head right into our third story. This is a very interesting one.
Just the two of us.
Ooh.
That's the only line I know in the song.
We can make it if we try.
Remix. Hey.
What? You need to bring your flavor into whatever you do.
Yes.
All right, then.
Just the two of us.
Together we can serve the Lord, just the two.
Y'all, well, you know what kind... Really? Anyway, you know what kind of matching... Well, how about we start a band without Ayo?
This should be the band.
Like, for real.
Well, Aya can be the director of the band or the manager. Our manager, she can manage us.
No, the conductor. Move like this. Hear this? Just the two of us. Uncle Charlie Boy is at it again. Now, the legendary singer decided to celebrate his 37th year of marriage to his wife, Diane, in a rather interesting way. He released a bunch of photos showing them draped in heavy doses of weirdness. In one photo, the couple channeled their inner Adam and Eve right there. And in
so
others,
that's the snake.
They...
That's the serpent.
In other photos, they look like African royalty. Right there. I don't know what tribe of Africa this is from. Some weird tribe. So their daughter, Dewey, wrote this, and I quote, "For over 37 years, they have been mirrors to each other. Looking at the following pictures, one can understand the soulfulness of this union. May the love that they exude expand our perception of what a soulmate really is. I have witnessed my grandparents holding hands till my grandfather, that's Justice Oputa, passed on. I have watched my parents, Charles and Diane, carry on as two inseparable bodies bound together by an unusual friendship, not hinged on attraction or sexuality."
What is she trying to say?
Not hinged. Not hinged on attraction or sexuality.
So
Wow.
hinged on, is he making love to the snake?
What?
I don't know, proceed, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, she goes on to say, "I pray that I too will eventually find a soulmate who will be my best friend."
So she's saying they're not attracted to themselves and there's no sexuality
Sexuality.
going on.
Meaning they could be married, but he could be gay.
And she did say they're mirrors of each other, meaning he looks at her face and does the same makeup on himself. Wow. Dewey. We figured it out.
Yes.
Now, there's one main question, but I think there are other sub-questions here. The main question is this: how important is it to be married to your best friend? Other sub-questions: what's going on in those photos? What is Dewey talking about?
Like, okay,
what is Charlie Boy
maybe
really up
we
to?
just wanted to, you know when you're in love or when you want to talk smart and you just think of one Shakespearean line and you just throw it in there.
And you make your parents look
yeah,
even more
because
eccentric.
what she wrote was different from the pictures that they took. I mean, they were just being, with all due respect, because humans are all animals, but they were just being animals there. And she wrote
In the Garden
One
of
can
Eden.
understand the soulfulness. There's only weirdness in that union. They were joined together in weirdness, not in
What
love.
in the world, man? This is why folks, this is a National Geographic moment. Like, you know how folks have us us Africans on TV and they're saying, "No, Africans are crazy." This is the kind of stuff that we actually put out that they like to look at and make fun of us.
They carry on as two inseparable bodies.
Look, are those his nipples on top of?
You
know, I see a what's the name of this man, Bruce Jenner conversion happening here because he's already showing the traits. He's dressing like a woman,
putting on makeup.
He'll do other stuff. I mean, not like he's not doing those things now.
What? What?
I'm sorry.
I'm confused.
So my thing is like, if you're gonna experiment and do all this, do it when you're young, and fun and free.
Not in
but
your
not when you're
60s.
at this age. So, before we go on a break, do you think it's important to marry your best friend?
Yes, it is. But you'll become best friends because you could marry your best friend and hate him in marriage.
Oof. I think it's very important that you stay best friends throughout your marriage.
Yeah. I think it's important. Marry your best friend and stay best friends. Well, hit us up on Twitter, though. Let us know what you think. How important is it to be married to your best friend? At Cool TV The Blog is the handle, and Facebook, Cool TV The Blog is the page. Use the hashtag
Love to blog. Thank you.
Yeah. We're going on a break. When we come back, we have our real peace coming right up.